head on over to blender.org. Depending on your OS, the installation process will vary. You must follow the steps outlined on the website, and all will be fine and dandy.
As far as finding a mesh goes, there are meshes designed to be viewed from first person, but you can always just modify a third-person mesh. If you're looking for something quicker than ripping from a game, then I would recommend websites like p3dm.ru or Game Banana.
Most models you download will come in an archive that you will need to extract to a folder to get the mesh and textures. After using 7-zip or WinRAR, take note of the model's file type. Blender has support for many, but they're not all freaking enabled by default. If the model you downloaded isn't in the import dropdown, such as 3DS or Max, go to Edit Preferences and in the Get Extensions tab, search for your file type. After setting the scale on your model with the S key, we need to also make sure the materials are configured correctly. If your model shows up gray or purple, make sure that the image texture path is valid under Base Color in the Material tab. Some models import with weird anomalies, such as an alpha texture that isn't used correctly. If you have an issue like this, you can always click the X button to start from scratch with a new material.
It's important to check the Vertex Groups tab to see if there are any weight paints already assigned. If there are, then take special care during the next step to name the bones accordingly. If there aren't any groups here, don't worry. There's a setting for Blender to weight paint automatically. You can also touch it up afterwards if necessary using the weight painting tab. Make sure to cut out any unnecessary polygons that won't be needed from the first-person view. You can choose to remove or keep as much as you like, but it's pretty standard to leave holes in the arms like this, as they won't be seen from the camera.
Now it's time to really get down to business. Make sure you're in the object mode and press Shift-A. Select Armature and press Tab to enter Edit mode. Now drag the beginning of the bone to the shoulder and the end of the bone to where the forearm begins on your mesh. Name it L_upper arm. Now press E to extrude the forearm bone, this time ending at the wrist. Name it L_forearm. Now we extrude again for the wrist bone. Name it L_wrist. With your newly created wrist bone selected, press Shift-D to duplicate it. Name it L_I key and scale it up slightly. Also, remember to remove the parent from the IK bone. Now select the wrist bone, go to the Constraints tab and add a copy rotation. Set the target to the IK bone. Now select the forearm. Press Shift-D to duplicate. Then W and subdivide twice. Name them L_4twist_number. Make sure connected is unchecked and then parent them to the forearm. Then for each one, add a copy rotation constraint targeting the wrist, with only the Y-axis checked, and in local space, lowering the influence closer to the upper arm bone. Now select the wrist and extrude a bone to the location of where a finger will start, then extrude again for the actual start of the finger. Delete the bridge bone and then repeat to finish all of the fingers. Name them according to which segment and which finger they are a part of. Then, with the forearm selected, press Shift-S and set cursor to selected. Press Shift-A, move the bone back a little, and name it L_pole. Now select the forearm, go to the Constraints tab and add an inverse kinematics. Change the angle until it's approximately the same with the eye turn both on and off. It's important before weight painting to turn off a few bones, as we don't want them to deform our mesh. Select the forearm and uncheck the deform box in the bone tab. Do the same for the pole and IK target. Now we can set up automatic weight paints. If your mesh has any asymmetric features, such as different textures on one arm or a watch, come back to this step after you have symmetrized the bones. Otherwise, If your mesh is identical on both sides, we want to go into edit mode and delete the half we haven't rigged. Now go into object mode, select your mesh, then shift select your armature. Then press Ctrl P and select armature deform with automatic weights. The order is crucial, otherwise you won't get the weight paint option in the menu. Now we can mirror the mesh, first by duplicating it, then going to Object, Mirror, X Global. We have to rename the vertex groups of our new arm, then join them together with Ctrl J. Now we symmetrize the bones by selecting them all with A, then going to Armature, Symmetrize. All that's left is to select the mesh, apply an armature modifier, and set the target. Make sure to enable Preserve Volume. Now our bones move our mesh.
Finally, let's set up our file to be animation ready. Most rigs have a dope sheet / action editor so we can see all keyframes simultaneously. To add one, extrude a window from the bottom, change it to dope sheet, then action editor. Then insert a keyframe and fake user since it's standard practice. It's also common to set up dual scene views, one to look around and another for the camera. Let's also disable overlays in the camera view and add a matte cap for a cleaner look. Now make any other changes you'd like and save the file. Hopefully this was helpful. If you're really stuck, please leave a comment down below and I'll try to help as best as I can. Thanks for watching.